Dune Part 2. One of the biggest movie that's coming out in a long time for this year, because January and I want to say February have been very, very slow. So the first big movie of March is going to be the big movie of the year. And the early reactions for that film has come in, and some people are calling it a masterpiece. So this is coming from Dark Horizons, a website I use all the time. I don't always use them for stories because they link it back to other stuff, and that's usually where I go. But they have compiled a lot of the first reactions after the review embargo has lifted. It says while its reviews aren't out yet, the social media review embargo on Denis Villeneuve Dune Part 2 are in, and the response has been gushing in every possible way. Just like Christopher Nolan, who gave it big praise, giving it comparisons to Empire Strikes Back, said are plentiful, with the film being called a sci-fi feature on a grand scale and a real return of visionary blockbuster filmmaking. More than a few who said they weren't so hot on the first film are seemingly much happier with this, and plenty of performances are drawing praise, especially Timothée Chalamet, my boy Timmy C. You know what I mean? The guy, he did Wonka, and they're saying that from Wonka and to this, it's like two different actors, and I'm glad he's getting to show his range. He played a sad boy for a very long time, and I'm glad that he did Wonka, because Wonka was a very different from him, and he nailed it, and now he's going back to being a sad boy in this, so that's going to be interesting. And Austin Butler, who's on the rise after playing Elvis, is also getting praise. So Denis Villeneuve sticks the landing with Dune Part 2, a fascinating, terrifying character study told on a glorious, grand sci-fi scale. Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya are incredible, capital letters, in it. The set pieces are jaw-dropping. The supporting cast elevates all the rest. It's great. It was even better a second time. Wow. Just a wholly satisfying meal of a movie on every single level. I was left breathless by its detail and renaissance. That is from Jermaine Lessier on IO9, reputable site that comes from. Dune Part 2 is damn immersive, which is important because the first one was immersive too, building out that world. Villeneuve crafts some truly visionary moments. Austin Butler gives a truly transformative performance, and not talking about makeup either. Very moving ending. That's good, because that's the one negative I have for Dune Part 1 is the ending. So the fact that it has a moving ending is great. A wee bit long, yes. Okay, a little bit of a negative. Did I forget I saw it the next day? Did I forget I saw it the next day? Yes, still going to be massive. Did I forget I saw it the next day? Yes. Interesting. That's an interesting critique. They said it's visionary. They said Austin Butler's awesome, but they're saying it is long, and he said that he forgot he saw it the next day, so he doesn't feel like it's that memorable. That's an interesting critique there, unless I'm reading that wrong. Did I forget I saw it? Yeah. Okay. Still going to be massive. Greg Elwood from the playlist. That's interesting. Not only is this Denis' magnum opus, wow, that's big because I love a lot of his films, it's the definitive sci-fi epic of a generation, a tragic tale of blind fanaticism and corruption, a spectacular, soulful, and awe-inspiring masterclass of aesthetics and mood, beautifully echoing Paul's turbulent journey. Left me speechless. This is from Griffin Schiller at Awards Watch. Wow, I love the details in that. Dune Part 2 is phenomenal, more astoundingly epic than Part 1, boldly realized Herbert's density in its political and religious themes. It's all so intricately crafted that it leads to one of the coolest and riveting climaxes I've ever seen. Wow, I'm so excited to see that. The fact that the ending is going to be so crazy. This is the best Timothée Chalamet performance he's ever delivered. Wow. In a sci-fi film at that. That's Randy Jones at Vanity Fair. I was kind of mixed on the first Dune. Dune Part 2 is phenomenal. Up there with the greatest sci-fi movies I've ever seen. I Want to Ride a Sandworm. That's from Mike Ryan at Uprocks. It's an immense and overwhelming at times. Imagine Zack Snyder made a grandiose, overblown sci-fi epic, but it landed, was good, and provoked awe. Rebel Moon shade. And imperfect. Very long, 2 hours and 45 minutes. You'll feel it. The cliffhanger makes it feel incomplete in a way Empire Strikes Back, which is often compared to, did not. Okay, so the cliffhanger makes it feel a little bit incomplete. A lot of people are saying the cliffhanger ending is amazing. This person didn't like it as much, said it felt a little hollow compared to Empire Strikes Back. Still, bold blockbuster filmmaking continues again. This is Rodrigo Perez from the playlist. So two playlist people. Dune Part 2 is masterful filmmaking on an epic scale. Denis Villeneuve marries gripping character development to vast, sweeping cinematic visuals, and the cast evolves their roles. I slightly prefer the simpler Dune to this complex chapter, but it's still a towering achievement. From Sean O'Connell, Cinema Blend. This is an interesting one. He says masterful. It says epic scale. He said the character development is better than the first one, but he prefers Dune Part 1 because it's simpler. So Dune Part 2 is a little bit more of a complex story, a lot of interwoven storylines because we're getting a brand new characters. You know, they just announced that Anya Taylor-Joy is a part of the cast too, which I gotta say, like, this is gonna probably be one of the hottest sci-fi casts that we've got in terms of hot actors, male and female. So that's really interesting that he prefers Dune still, the first one at least. Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Stephen McKinley, Henderson, Charlotte Rampling, Javier Bardem, Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken, Lea Seydoux also star in a film which is expected to be the biggest release of the first quarter of the year. What a cast! Dune Part 2 opens in cinemas every year, March 1st. And like I said, Anya Taylor joined the thing. She revealed it when they did the premiere. Those are the early reactions to Dune Part 2. Not as a slam dunk as I thought it was gonna be. I'm glad that everybody's like, "Oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread." Like some people are saying that, but some people are giving some of their negative reactions. It might be a little too long. It might be a little too complex. The ending maybe not as fulfilling as some people are saying. So those are things to look out going into the film. But overall, even those people with negative things to say that it's masterfully made. The story and the characters are done really well. So I can appreciate that. If the ending is not super strong, because I love Dune Part 1, but the ending wasn't super strong, I can definitely appreciate it if most of the movie's masterful. I don't mind a 2-hour and 45-minute movie. Last year I watched like 3-4 3-hour movies between Killers of the Flower Moon and Oppenheimer and Napoleon and whatever else, What Was Afraid. I don't mind long movies as long as they're fulfilling, and that's what it looks like we're gonna get. So those are the early reactions for Dune Part 2. If you are watching this after the stream, drop in the comments down below how you feel. Are you excited? Does this give you a little bit more juice to be going into this, or no? Let me know. But I'm gonna get into the live chat, see what people have to say. Kal-El Daily, welcome to the chat. Zachariah, why do you have to call me that? Kenny Sparks, thank you for the channel member coming on. The full government first name is crazy. That is not my full government name. My name is not Zachariah. Hey, Collective Movie Man, thank you for joining the live stream. That's great news because I actually quite like Dune Part 1. So if the naysayers have been converted, that just means it might be truly be great. That is the one that makes me, the early reactions say, I didn't like Dune Part 1 that much, but I love this one. That makes me excited because I like Dune Part 1. So if this is even better than that, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for Dune Part 2 after enjoying Part 1. Yeah, you recently saw it, which I'm happy that you got to recently see it. I really liked your review. So I'm really, really excited to see this movie for you. I forgot I saw it the next day. Critiques always feel a little snooty all the time. Kenny, I am with you on that. I hate when people say stupid stuff like that. There's no movie I watch and I just forgot the next day. It's super snooty. There's a cliffhanger. I thought this was the final piece. No. They already greenlit Dune Part 3, The Messiah. So no, this is not the final piece. It's 3 movies. And then we're getting a spin-off film as well. Looks like we're getting a Part 3 from the cliffhanger. Yeah, they already announced Part 3. Dune the Messiah is going to be Part 3. I haven't seen the first Dune. Is it good? It's great. I think it's great. If you like atmosphere, mood, world building with some interesting political stuff going on there with some religious ties and some great performances, and the action is good, but it's not a lot. Like being introduced to a new sci-fi world, is that the type of stuff you like? You'll love Dune Part 1. If that's not for you, if you like something more fast-paced, more action-heavy, more regular dialogue, because they kind of talk in like this Victorian thing, but it's modern. And if you don't mind that type of stuff, you'll like it. But I'll say check it out. Definitely check it out. It's a grand scale film. I never considered Anya Taylor-Joy to be hot. She's not ugly at all, but hot, That's fair. I think I don't think she's hot. I think she's cute. Dune can be long. I just won't rewatch it as much if it were 2 hours. Okay, Dune can be long. I just won't rewatch it as much if it were 2 hours. Okay, I get what you're saying. Well, also, welcome to the channel, Chill Manga. Thank you for being in the live stream. I know what the ending is if you want to know because I've read the books. Is the ending also? No, I do not want to know what the ending is. I want to watch the movie. Don't tell me. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Also, my Dune review did fantastic view-wise and likes. I was shocked for it being a 3-year-old movie. It's the time. It just got re-released in theaters. A lot of people are discovering it. The Dune re-release made $30 million. So people are discovering it for the first time. People are watching it on streaming. So it was the perfect time for you to release that review. Bet I will. Nice nostalgia time. First of all, welcome to the live stream. And also, come back and let me know what you feel about the Dune Part 2 stream. Dune Part 1 the movie after you watch it. Please, book readers, don't spoil the movie. Yes, Kenny Sparks has a great video on his channel talking about that when his Sparking Conversation series, where he talks about, yes, if you read the books, the comic book, the graphic novel, the webtoon, or whatever that something's based on, don't spoil it for us who don't want to read or didn't read it and just want to enjoy the visual media that we want to enjoy. Please don't do that. No one wants their ending of a movie spoiled except certain people. There's a few people that love spoilers. I am not one. Didn't care for Dune 1, but I'm hearing so much good about Dune 2. I might give it another go and then check out the sequel. So what I'm hearing from a lot of other early reactions that you don't need to watch Dune Part 1 to enjoy Dune Part 2. It's like a Batman Begins into the Dark Knight situation. So you might like Dune Part 2 without even, you're not liking Dune Part 1. So that's very interesting, I think. But this is really exciting news. I love the fact that Dune Part 2 is getting such early buzz. I really like the cast. I like the story. I like that we're getting something fresh into the sci-fi genre, even though it's based on something that's so old. And we had a movie, we had a TV movie, but it was so long ago and they weren't executed at this level. So those are my reactions and my chat reactions to Dune Part 2 early reactions. I'm super hyped to hear what everyone thinks. Drop in the comments down below and let me know. We're going to be moving on to the next topic.